And now back to The Good Life with Steve Robinson and Jody Eisenhart on Livin Large.
We're here in the studio with a very special guest, actually a
group of people.
An entourage, full-on entourage today, Steve. But we have Keelan Wackman. She's the executive director of one of my favorite organizations. I love the mission of City Artworks. You guys are all about providing access to art for everybody. I mean, particularly in the schools. And you do so many amazing things. And you all have a very cool event coming up on November 4th called The Art of Conversation. It's such an interesting event. I've never heard of anything like this. I think it's so unique. Welcome, Keelan. Please tell us about City Artworks and what you guys do.
It's true. City Artworks has been providing predominantly after-school visual arts education programs for over 30 years. We are in over 50 different venues in the greater Houston area in 5 districts. We serve more than 3,000 students a year at elementary, middle, and some high schools, as well as programs at Texas Children's Hospital, wide variety of community centers, low-income apartment complexes. We've had tremendous support from the community with the expansion of our programs for all types of citizens in our community. One of our core values is that we're not necessarily just trying to build access and make sure that we're building artists, but also recognizing how important it is to have innovative leaders in our community. And part of the reason that we have the Art of Conversation, which brings together such a wide variety of our leaders in the community, is because it is one of our core values to recognize creative leadership and to build it. So I'd like to introduce a couple of our chairs for the event, Beth Wolf and Bill Stubbs, who have been tremendous supporters of the organization for a long time, but have come forward this year to really take the reins on this fabulous fundraising lunch.
We're so excited to have you guys here. And there is you wouldn't believe the roster, Steve, of the conversationalists that they have at this event. So essentially, just to give us a visual, you've got these, 33 tables, and each one has this very interesting conversationalist as part of the table, right, Beth?
That's right. It is November 4th at the Junior League, the silent auction and reception, and then you get to have lunch with a conversationalist. And we have something for everyone, from Jennifer Arnold, Dr. Jennifer Arnold, who is with Texas Children's Hospital and co-star of TLC's The Little Couple, to John Breeding, who's president and CEO of Uptown Houston, or perhaps Gracie Kavner, who's founder and president of The Recipe for Success.
Oh, that's great. Now, Bill, I got to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now, if you're one of these conversationalists, I mean, to me, I'd feel some pressure because you're the star of the table. Now, are people just firing questions at you, or how does the conversation get rolling at each table?
Well, Steve, this is such a fun event. I've been a conversationalist a couple of times here, so I've had that kind of pressure on, but I don't have any trouble talking about anything. So I've always said that I can read the cover of a book and do a 2-day seminar on it. But I'm really honored to be a co-chair with Beth and be a part of this exciting event. And this is such a fun event, and City Artworks goes to a lot of effort to make sure that all categories of people are represented in these conversationalists. We've got people from business, from the medical center, from arts, from all kinds of different things. Celebrities. This year we have Carolyn Falk, who's this unbelievable businesswoman and who is a core person, volunteer person with the Houston Rodeo. And then we have, of course, Lynn Wyatt, who I consider to be the ambassador to the world from Houston, whose glamour, philanthropy, everything that she does is so fabulous. To get to sit at that table, oh my gosh. And then we have Deborah Duncan, who, once again, like me, is never at a loss for words. And so we have all of these great people, and it is the most fun event. It's hard to get anybody out of that place because everybody's having such a good time.
It sounds like the most fun luncheon you could ever attend, and also you are honoring a very important, iconic artist here in Houston, David Addix, who we actually also have here in the studio as part of your entourage
famous
today.
As long as I've been in Houston, David Addix. And I tell you, everybody in Houston had to have a piece of David Addix art.
Well, I think they still do. And so talk about why you're honoring him.
We're honoring David because of his wonderful presence in the city. We've all appreciated his work throughout the years in front of the Lyric Center and virtually all over town. So we felt that it was only appropriate to honor him. After all, he's just an icon in the city, and we've done very well with this event because of David. We're essentially sold out.
Well, David, talk about, sitting at your table. What would that be like?
People call me an icon. I know that an iPhone is an electronic phone and an iPad is electronic. Am I an electronic con man? Is that what that means?
Well,
icon?
You don't get you started. I know. You're so quirky. I love you so much. And you're a sculptor, but you're an abstract painter. I mean, you have this incredible exhibit getting ready to open up at the brand new Esperson Gallery called Light Circus, work from the 1960s until now. Give us an idea what that's about.
Well, we're going to get together a bunch of paintings, mostly recent, but some very old ones from the 1950s, to just sort of represent the span of my work.
You're also working on a sculpture right now, a Charlie Chaplin sculpture. Talk about that. What inspired you to do that?
Okay. I'm doing a big Charlie Chaplin statue that'll be on Studemont, very close to I-10, in front of a building which I want to build next spring. And in the building will be a sort of branch of my museum in Huntsville. And in one corner will be a projection area where I'll project films of Charlie Chaplin, one-reelers, Buster Keaton, Keystone Cops, that period, free for kids at 10 o'clock each Saturday. And it's sort of my desire to have the new generation see really the great stuff rather than all the things they see on television all the time.
It's just another example of how people are pulling together to make sure that children have access to art. And I know it's the mission of City Artworks as well. Really quick, remind people where they can get tickets.
You can always call our office, 713-681-1331. Myself or my staff will be happy to talk to you about the limited VIP seats that we do have available, as well as other opportunities to support and get involved with City Artworks, sponsor the event, receive brand recognition, that sort of thing. You can also visit our website, cityartworks.org, but I really do recommend calling the office, 681-1331.
Keelan's got that down. She
Man,
just,
oh
boom,
man.
she just
Well
rattled
done.
everything off.
She's got it. That's great.
We could talk to David for
I know.
all day.
I know, it kills me.
It'd be a lot of fun. But again, one more time, the event, give me a date, and we have the phone number and everything, but let's just cover our bases.
November 4th,
Yes.
Junior League,
Awesome.
11 a.m., silent auction and reception.
David, bring a lot of conversation. I'm sure you will.
My problem is to stop talking.
Well, we're going to stop talking right now. So thank you all so much for being here today on Livin Large.
There's more of The Good Life ahead with Steve Robinson and Jody Eisenhart on Livin Large.